EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
No, 158. Right now, let's go. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
319.
Crunch time, defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 27 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 1, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, check 24. Hey, check 26.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Green 18. Right there. 40's Mike. Double dog. That's 50. 40's Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, Echo. Mike's 40. You don't go night-night. Don't go night-night.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw is Rodgers. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. 48 to Mike. Hey, watch the lane. Hey, look for you.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chris Wormley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike's 50. Go. Go. Hey, 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Jackson, option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Rodgers now to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
That's good for Packers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
158. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. The 40, he's at the 30. He cuts it middle, and and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Oh, you got deep?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
26.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Joker.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Yeah.
Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jackson, option right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Green 18. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Green 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check safety, check safety. Let's go. Come on. Check, what?
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
3 down, 3 down. Watch the safety.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm trying to collect. Switch. Yeah, live.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Graham's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Rodgers now on 1st down. His throw caught right around around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touch. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. They're over on the sidelines now, starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
They go play action, so they will look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that,